Hello everyone. You've probably read the video title and you might be like screaming your head off or really worried, but just hear me out, hear me out. So I will explain. Yes, it's true. I've sold more than half of my record collection. I had about 446 at my highest, and now I've only got about, I just counted literally now, I have 163. So yeah, reasons why. So I live with my parents. That is something I'd like to change. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents, but I do plan to move out in the next 4 or so years. You know, I'm saving up. But that, limits my space, and literally that shelving over there is the only space I have. And at my highest, that was full up, absolutely full up. So much so you sort of had to squeeze them together, and it became a problem. And then I had to start using my clothes shelf to store them as well, because I was just out of space. And obviously with that, I then couldn't look after them properly, and none of them got damaged, I hope. I mean, they didn't because I sold them on, but they were collecting dust, they weren't being stored properly. So I was just, and also I really struggled to find what I want to listen to because I had so many. And in the end, sometimes I just give up and then just get Google up, YouTube Music, sorry, and look at it there, because I just couldn't find them. There were so many. And now I've sold off most of them and I've got my little collection there. I am so much happier. It's so much better. Now, this isn't me saying I'm never going to buy vinyl again. No, how silly of me. No, I mean, the Beatles are bringing out new mixes of Revolver. I have been begging them for years to do that. It comes out October 28th, and although I've already owned Revolver, and I know in my heart, so, well, my brain says don't buy it, you've already owned Revolver, it's not going to be that much different. My heart is screaming, buy the mono mix, buy the mono mix. So you can bet your ass, there's going to be a unboxing for the Beatles Revolver mono mix. That's going to be really cool. But I just had so many, and I didn't listen to most of them. I even had some weird ones. I had, like, back in like 2020, 2019, I'd buy vinyl just to try it, which is fine. But then sometimes I didn't like it. A lot of times I didn't like it. And they just sat there. Some of them hadn't been listened to for years. So to get them out my hair, it feels really rewarding. Like, less is more. So as I said, less is more. But I've had a few questions about what that box is up there. That's just like a fire thing. But the box up there is Yoko Ono and John Lennon's wedding album. The first April Fool's video I ever did on this channel. I did it. It was a review of that album, but I reversed it because it was crap, and because the album's crap. That was the worst. That's the biggest waste of money I've ever spent on an album. It was like 40 quid, and it was crap. It was like half an hour of them shouting at each other, John, Yoko. Anyway, so they're a bit all over the place at the moment, but I'm just so much happier having, like, these are everything that I will listen to. These are everything, and now I've got space for books, which is cool. I can have my book collection there, which is not vast. I don't read that many books. I'm sitting on my headphones. Ow. But these are cool. I'll show you these. Me and Sasha found them in Foy in Cornwall in an old bookshop, and they're little observer guides. Let me get one out. You may remember the not goggles, binoculars. That's the word, from the Cornwall video. There's George, if you remember George. But there's all sorts of ones. I read the flag one, because I'm a flag nerd, a vexillologist, I think. But let's do the railway one. I just think it's really cool. So this one was a Christmas present to someone in 1955. So they are old. Now, I'm not like a huge train person, but I can appreciate a nice train. So these are cool, and then it goes into all the in-depth stuff about all the trains, and the illustrations are cool. Let me see if I can find out the pictures. There's one of the rocket. I love the rocket. I've seen the actual rocket. I've touched it. I think it's a real one over in York. But that's just, I mean, these books are really cool. And they've obviously lived a lifetime. But they will last me a lifetime too. I'll show you the flag one, shall I? Because that one's really cool. That's another gift. So I reckon the record, someone or the bookshop owner had been collecting these and then put them up for sale. And you've got Australia. That is Australia. Yeah, not New Zealand. That'd be embarrassing. Oh, can't show that flag. God damn it, America. Well, there's all the American state flags, and most of them, which is cool. Of course, this book is massively outdated. Obviously, there's Soviet Union and all the Soviet republics. There's something about like outdated flags that don't exist anymore that I just find so interesting. I know some of them might be a bit offensive, and I apologise, but some of these are really cool. Once I finish filming, I'm going to put a record on, and I can easily just pick one out now. It just feels a lot more freeing, and I'm going to keep buying vinyl every now and again, but I'm going to have nowhere near as many as I did before, because it was just a bit silly to have that many, especially when I didn't listen to most of them. But I will show you something else really cool. I think I showed it off already in one of the vlogs I did, but this is the new fish tank, which I think is really cool. And the plants have done really well. You can see them in there. Whatever plant that is really happy. These plants don't have like regular names. They have their scientific Latin names. So God knows what it's called. But he is loving it in there. And the fish are loving it too. Having real plants is like a mega thing for them. Apart from unfortunately that darker coloured one, I got him from a different pet shop than the others, and he's a bit iffy. See how he's just like in one place at the back, whereas the others will swim freely around. I think there's something wrong with him. I hope not. I hope he's fine. He still eats. If I put food in, he'll be straight for the food. Don't worry about that. But there is some... just worried about him. And I haven't seen Skipper today, but I'm in love with these fish. You know, I will put a record on and I'll sit here and I'll watch them for a bit. Especially if I have a headache. Because, like, you know, not staring at a screen is really good for the soul. But yeah, I mean, that's the main gist of the video. Thanks for watching. Remember that less is more sometimes. And I'll see you all again soon. Take care, everyone.